I'm Dr. Dennis Doss, and I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. I'm here to tell you about an exciting new treatment for unwanted fat. It's called Sculpsure. This was recently FDA approved, and it's the first treatment that uses a laser to melt fat. The procedure only takes 25 minutes, and you can reduce the fat by 25%. Sculpsure was recently featured on a national TV show. Let's take a look at that, and we'll come back with some more details.
The new way to remove fat without surgery.
It claims to melt away your fat.
Coming up next.
We'll save lives today. You guys ready to get healthy? All show long, we've been showing you how you can take control of your health today. And now, a brand new way to remove fat without surgery. Now, it sounds too good to be true, so we're investigating. Now, this is Noemi. She's having the Sculpture procedure done that the FDA recently approved, this procedure, and it claims, if I got this right, to actually melt away your fat. Now, dermatologists and plastic surgeons around the country are calling this a game changer in fat removal, and two of them happen to be here today, world experts in this technology. Dermatologist Dr. Matthew Avram. He's the director of Dermatology, Laser, and Cosmetic Center at Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston, and a plastic surgeon, Dr. Lawrence Bass, one of the lead investigators in this clinical trial. Now, I don't bring classmates on that often, but this is one of my classmates. He can attest that I went through residency because we did it day by day, night by night together. Welcome to both of you. Dr. Avram, let's start with you. We're hearing a lot about these cold and hot therapies. You okay, Noemi? I hear that beeping.
Good.
All right, so Noemi's still breathing over here. We'll come back to her in a second. What are these hot and cold therapies?
Well, this is a really exciting time for fat. You know, up until 5 years ago, we had only one way to remove fat, which was liposuction, which is a surgical procedure. Now we have a bunch of devices that can non-invasively remove fat in a safe and effective manner. There is little downtime at these procedures. They tend to be comfortable, and you can get right back to what you were doing that day. This is a paradigm shift in our field, and currently 75% of fat removal procedures are non-invasive.
3/4.
Yes.
All right, so, I mean, as a surgeon, I tend to be skeptical of any new technology because my patients pay the price if they don't work out. What's different about this new approach? It does seem a little too good to be true on the surface, that you can remove fat without surgery.
Well, the nice thing about this particular device is that you can treat a larger area in a shorter period of time. You can do a larger area in about 25 minutes, and the applicators on the skin can be molded in a way so that you can tailor the treatment to particular problem areas.
Does it hurt at all, Noemi?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
She hadn't been sedated, Dr. Bass?
No medications. She just lay down on the table. 25 minutes later, she'll get up and go.
All right. So how does this device claim to work, Dr. Avram?
So this is laser heat, and the heat penetrates deeply into the fat, and during that process, it improves the fat layer thickness by about 24% on ultrasound studies.
24% reduction?
In thickness, yes.
All right, so if I can, I'm going to show Noemi, hold on here, everyone what Dr. Avram's talking about. And I want you to understand this because these concepts are now becoming mainstream, and there are lots of different devices that can do these, but this is a newer one, the newest one, frankly, just got approved because it can, again, be customized and work maybe more effectively with less discomfort. So the device is taken and it's placed up against the belly. This device actually is used specifically by taking lasers that emit a specific wavelength to affect only the fat cells, not the skin, just the fat cells. So you don't burn your skin or other tissues, and you actually aren't even killing anything right then and there by going from 98 degrees, our normal temperature in Fahrenheit, to 117 degrees Fahrenheit. You see these fat cells, they begin to separate away from the tissues. They begin to actually get this message that we don't like them. They get mad and they die. And my body then begins to remove it, and you see visible changes in the amount of fat within 2 to 3 months. Doesn't happen immediately. It happens as these fat cells begin to quit life and leave us. And by leaving us, it means you actually have less area that you can store possible fat. Now, the results of these are pretty dramatic. I've got 2 pictures from Dr. Bass. These are his patients. Now, again, if you look at these, before and after, there's a significant difference after a treatment. But I've got to say, it hasn't been tested for long term. Here's another image for somebody else who also got a pretty good result. So I was so concerned about these results because they seem so fantastic that I actually reached out to some of your colleagues. I reached out to members of the American Academy of Dermatology and the American Society of Plastic Surgeons about the device. And I got to say, some said it was too soon to know, but others were very excited and said it had lots of potential. So with that in mind, I actually want to continue to educate our audience. Dr. Bass, who's the candidate that you would think is ideal for this procedure?
Well, the ideal candidate is somebody like Noemi, somebody who's in the gym exercising and looks really good, and she just wants to look great, can't get rid of that small or medium-sized roll of fat. The other candidate is somebody who just doesn't want to go to the operating room and is willing to do it a few times to chip away at it and bring it down step by step.
So give me a concrete example. When Noemi's done here and she waits her 2 months, how will she fit differently? I mean, how many belt notches tighter will she be able to get?
So she'll probably come in, that's actually a good way to think about it. She'll probably come in about 1 or 2 notches on her belt with a single treatment, 25 minutes.
Oh my goodness. All right, so audience, ask away questions. You're the jury, so who's got a question? Go ahead.
My question is probably one that most people are thinking about. Is it expensive, and would it be covered by my insurance company?
Okay, so the cost for the larger treatment is about $1,000 to $1,400 per treatment. That's going to vary regionally. There are going to be some parts of the country where it's going to be more expensive. If you're treating a smaller area, the cost is going to be less. And this is not covered by medical insurance because it is considered a cosmetic procedure.
I mean, it is cosmetic. It's fair. I mean, though it might be very valuable for you. Go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Ice. How are you?
How are you? Very, very well.
Good. Now, you said it was going to take off a few notches, correct?
A few notches. Let me see your belt. So, yes.
Yeah,
So, in
a few
theory,
notches.
we notched it up to about here.
Okay.
Inch or two. All right.
Now, will they stay away or will they come back? I mean,
Good question. Dr. Bass.
Okay, that's very important. You pretty much have a fixed population of fat cells in your body, and whichever ones we get rid of, whether we do liposuction or we destroy the fat cells with something like Sculpsure, those fat cells are gone. You would have to gain a lot of weight to build any new fat cells.
What do you think? You want Dr. Bass's business card?
I would love his business card. I have a plan next year.
You do?
Yeah.
How many of you would want his business card? Oh, my goodness. Listen, this is a new industry, and it's going to grow pretty quickly. I'm actually curious to see how it evolves. I don't think you should all rush off and get it. Get your best friend to have it done first. Wait 2 months, make sure it's okay, then you go. All right, we'll be right back.
As you can see, Sculpsure is a revolutionary new treatment to remove unwanted fat. A typical patient experience involves coming into the office, we put the applicators on the area that you desire treatment on, and you sit back and relax. 25 minutes later, you're done, and you can go back about your day. We've been doing this treatment for a while now, and we've received a lot of positive reviews from the patients.